India's #1 news channel. All India, all days, all year. Unbiased, uncompromising. Times now. Action begins here. The News Hour at 9.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A massive political controversy erupts after Congress stalwart Pranab Mukherjee accepts an invitation to attend an RSS event on the 7th of June. Cornered Congress wants Pranab Mukherjee to rethink. Rahul's anti-RSS narrative is something that's really making the entire Congress extremely uncomfortable. But we'll come to that debate in just a bit from now. First up, let's take a look at the top headlines this Tuesday evening. Massive political controversy after Congress stalwart Pranab Mukherjee accepts invitation to attend RSS event. Cornered Congress wants Pranab Mukherjee to rethink. Rahul's anti-RSS narrative takes a huge beating. Congress's icon Pranab embraces RSS invitation, embarrassing the Congress president. Times now traces the Tuticorin sniper who fired at innocent protesters. Sniper blames higher-ups for their blood-curdling act. As the Congress and the JDS continue with their portfolio bickering, parts of the state hit by floods have no government. This is why they've come together to form the government. Ignore the Aam Aadmi? Is this what Karnataka deserves? That's the big question.
You're watching The News Hour at 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's why the Congress party is extremely embarrassed tonight. Veteran leader and former President of India has accepted an invitation from the RSS to attend its event, sparking a huge controversy. And that's my case tonight. The Grand Old Party of India has often described the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh as a fascist force. In fact, the Congress president's recent remarks only reveal his deep embedded hatred for the organization. He not only claims that the RSS was behind the assassination of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, but also that people who refuse to adhere to their ideology are being massacred and fired at, referring specifically to those killed in the recent Tuticorin unrest. But today, Rahul Gandhi will have to eat humble pie, with one of its most prominent and respectable leaders agreeing to being a part of the valedictory function where Mr. Pranab Mukherjee will be addressing over 800 new cadres of the RSS. He is the same man who, when in active politics, was known as the Congress's troubleshooter. Close to Indira Gandhi, who inducted him into the Council of Ministers way back in 1973, handed the key finance ministry portfolio to him in 1982. Indira Gandhi, he was known as Indira Gandhi's #2 in the Congress-led UPA government as well, who has held several key ministries and was also the head of 83 GOMs under Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. He's been the Congress's link from Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi to Rahul Gandhi. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight my legitimate question is, has Rahul Gandhi's Sangh hatred been blunted by Pranab Mukherjee today? That's the question. But before we go across to the big debate, take a look at this report.
one of Congress's most experienced war horses. Pranab Mukherjee is now the source of huge embarrassment for the party. The former President of India will be seen sharing the stage with top leadership of the RSS. Mukherjee has accepted an invitation from Mohan Bhagwat for the RSS convocation on the 7th of June. Congress leaders even resort to writing a grovelling letter, begging him not to go. A political face-off predictably broke out.
प्रणब दादा की मंशा के हिसाब से आरएसएस से ज्यादा घटिया और गंदी संस्था कोई हिंदुस्तान में नहीं है और उनका तो मत था, जो हम लोगों को लगता था कि इस संस्था को उठाकर हिंदुस्तान से बाहर कूड़े में फेंक देना चाहिए, ये एक भावनाएं थी। अब ऐसे व्यक्ति को आरएसएस ने बुलाया है, तो क्या आप उनके इन विचारों का सम्मान करते हैं?
मैं ये मानता हूं कि पॉलिटिकल अनटचेबिलिटी ये लोकतंत्र में अच्छी बात नहीं है। ये करने वाले लोग दूसरे को कम्युनल कहते, वो खुद कम्युनल है और बहुत छोटे दिल के हैं। और संघ कोई ऐसे कहेंगे क्या? पाकिस्तान की संगठन है क्या?
This Hindutva policy or saffronization etc. is not approved by him till date. I personally feel that he ought to have politely negated this offer.
प्रणब मुखर्जी जी कांग्रेस के क्या कहते हैं कि हार्डकोर लीडर रहे हैं, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर रहे हैं, भारत के राष्ट्रपति रहे हैं। अब फाइनेंस यदि प्रणब मुखर्जी जी कहते हैं आरएसएस के क्या कहते हैं कि जा रहे हैं, वहां जा रहे हैं, तो हम क्या करें, उसमें क्या हम कह सकते?
Has Pranab Mukherjee rendered Rahul Gandhi's attacks on RSS completely void? And has his move left the Congress leadership without its main poll plank in 2019? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a letter written by a former congressman. And look at the way he's linked Pranab Mukherjee's visit to the RSS headquarters directly to the parliament elections. Let's take a look at this letter written by C.K. Jafar Sharif, former railways minister, to Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, where he says, it's surprising to note that your good self is visiting RSS headquarters at Nagpur on 7 June 2018. He says, you have served in various capacities, including the highest position of the Rashtrapati. Visiting Sangh Parivar at this point of time before parliament elections is not proper. That is the biggest objection that congressmen have. Congressmen, besides secular people, are stunned to hear the news and are completely agitated that the situation and are hopeful that you yourself will reconsider this idea. So it's the secularity, it's the secular credentials, it's the secular debate and the parliament elections that is troubling congressmen. That's the letter written by C.K. Jafar Sharif. Going across to my guest tonight on the big debate, Pranab with RSS. Joining me this evening, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, national spokesperson of the BJP, Professor Rakesh Sinha, RSS ideologue, Dr. Dinesh Vashne, leader of the CPI. With me in our studios in Noida, Devashish Jararia, BSP supporter, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, and Rajiv Rai, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joining me live from Bangalore this evening. And first, let's go across to our segment that's called The Standpoint, where Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi takes on Ashutosh Mishra. First, I go across to Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. You have 90 seconds to make your point. And Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, I would have thought that when it comes to Rahul Gandhi, who sees the Sangh Parivar as the complete poison, what would he have to say about Pranab Mukherjee, in whom both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi have so much faith that they gave him virtually every position in the government as well as the President of India when they were in power? What would they have to say about him today when he is visiting the RSS headquarters?
I don't know why such a hullabaloo is being created about Pranab Mukherjee visiting RSS headquarters. He's going there because he's a congressman who is liberal. We know about his stature as an ex-president and a political leader with over 5 decades of experience. And I'm sure when he goes there, he will tell those new pracharaks about their constitutional secular and liberal view that Congress holds, and maybe they will learn from him. It's also, we should realize that RSS has realized that it cannot prosper as a closely knit group of bigots with close-minded thinking. So they are trying to get fresh ideas, liberal ideas, and that's why Pranab Da has been invited. We have to also show some realization that the letters that you are talking about are ex-congressmen who don't understand why Pranab Mukherjee is going there. Pranab Mukherjee will go and tell those boys that you have to live in modern India, where you cannot be communal, where you have to be broad-minded, and if those seeds that he is sowing today, the pracharaks of tomorrow will be more liberal than the hardliners of that we have today, and that will be good for India. And maybe it's a sign that we are moving towards a democracy where the opponents get mellow, these vitriolic attacks stop, and we have a healthy competitiveness rather than
Your time
abuses.
is up. Your time is up. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, वही राहुल गांधी जो कहते हैं कि जो आरएसएस है उन्होंने महात्मा गांधी को मारा, जिसके लिए उनके अगेंस्ट डेफोमेशन केस भी है. Today, what would they have to say about this invitation acceptance by Pranab Mukherjee? Is this what democracy is all about, or is the hatred that is spread by Rahul Gandhi about the Sangh what democracy is all about?
Navika, recently the point raised about the vitriolic attack and the hatred is definitely very appropriate. I would just like to remind, Mahatma Gandhi himself visited RSS Shivir in Wardha in 1934. Jawaharlal Nehru has praised the role of RSS in 1962 China War. Lal Bahadur Shastri ji has invited second Sar Sanghchalak of RSS, Sri Guru ji, during 1965 war and allowed RSS to have a Path Sanchalan in Ganatantra Divas Republic Day parade in 1966. Again, Indira Gandhi ji, when there was a famous incident in 1983 of the Meenakshi Puram, when hundreds of Dalits are converted into Muslims, RSS raised the issues, Indira Gandhi intervened and they came back. And even Rajiv Gandhi ji presumably went to Devara Baba. It is believed that he has got there to influence them to Vishwa Hindu Parishad leaders. And as far as Narasimha Rao ji is concerned, even the Congressis used to say that he was so close to Bhaurao Devras that they used to ridicule that he was having some half pant under his dhoti. So there was no untouchability. Even Pranab Mukherjee ji in his book has written that he has opposed Shankaracharya's arrest, and he has taken the same line what the RSS is saying. Even former President Venkatraman was there in the dharna in favor of Shankaracharya. But the entire problem came when this Rahul Sonia Congress has came. The vitriolic attack, the feeling of hatred, untouchability in the politics, and this is the reason. That's why one of the most learned, wisdomful leader like Pranab Mukherjee was always denied his legitimate due, whether it was 1984 after Indira Gandhi, whether it is 2004 when Manmohan Singh ji became Prime Minister. Manmohan
90 seconds are up. I'm opening up the debate.
I want to make one correction.
90 seconds are up. I'm opening up the debate. I'm opening up the debate. Devashir Jararia wants to come in and Rakesh Sinha.
One correction. You know how the Congress live in the dichotomy and contradiction. You have mentioned C.K. Jafar Sharif's letter that he is opposing Pranab Da's visit to RSS headquarters. Same Jafar Sharif just 12 months ago, on 1st April 2017, wrote a letter and he proposed Mohan Bhagwat's name as President of India. It is not a joke. He wrote, I am just quoting him, the former railway minister praised Mohan Bhagwat for his commitment to the Constitution of India. There should not be any doubt about his patriotism, love for the people of India, loyalty to the nation and commitment to the Constitution of India and to the democracy. And this letter has created a lot of debate in the political circle, that a section of the congressmen are being inclined to the RSS. And now same Jafar Sharif is writing that Pranab Mukherjee should not visit the RSS quarter. Now the congressmen should decide whether they are this side or that side. In fact, this had demolished the narrative. The narrative created by Sonia Rahul regime. That narrative is based on...
I don't think so. There is no narrative.
Just give me 30 seconds. Just give me 30 seconds, sir. That narrative is based on binary. And I know that he would oppose And I'm telling you that this is the second occasion in the history of modern India. That first occasion was when Jayaprakash Narayan visited RSS camp. A lot of opposition by the socialists. Why JP is visiting? Then Jayaprakash Narayan has changed the narrative. Second time Pranab Da is changing the narrative because we are living in an era, in contemporary era, where there is a do or die. This force should be end, this force should end. And the Congress has created a narrative of Hindu terrorism. RSS as a killer of Mahatma Gandhi. RSS undemocratic, anti-constitution. Now they have to respond to the people. The former president of India.
So now is that
happening
narrative over with Pranab Mukherjee deciding to go to the RSS headquarters? Is the narrative about RSS as a killer organization, RSS as a poisonous and an anti-national organization, is that narrative over, Mr. Jararia?
I don't think so. What is happening right now that Congress, I think Congress is ideologically in a vacuum. They don't have there is no social ideology even exists in. I don't find any single congressman who is a Congressive ideology, who is a Nehruvian ideology.
Demolished Zafar Sharif's letter, who does not represent congressmen, because he has said that earlier he had proposed Mohan Bhagwat.
Sudhanshu Trivedi mentioned very briefly, he mentioned very beautifully that how Congress stands with RSS at one point of time. That exactly what Kashiram said. एक सापनाथ है, एक नागनाथ है. Exactly the same.
No,
exactly the same scenario.
Attended RSS program. Mayawati
I don't feel so,
RSS program in Lucknow.
Tell me one step. I don't believe in rhetoric, sir. I don't believe in rhetoric. You understand one thing. Can you imagine Lal Krishna Advani visiting Sevadar? I must give credit to RSS. RSS has some ideology. I stand for an ideology.
Okay, so you are okay. All right. There is a huge takeaway. He's admitting that at least the RSS has an ideology. Right now, we are seeing political developments in our studios. He is saying
I may differ with it.
At least RSS has an ideology. Congress does not even have an ideology.
That's what I'm saying.
Congress does not have an ideology.
How many leaders are surviving? How many Congress leaders are surviving in BJP right now? S.M. Krishna, who was a veteran Congress leader, who lived 4 decades of life in Congress, shifted to BJP like in one go.
Sir,
I'll tell you about Bahujan ideology. When Kashiram stands for, when Kashiram took away the support of BJP, what is usually said that the Bahujan समाज के लिए मुझे जो लगेगा कि मेरे समाज के साथ भला होगा तो मैं वो करूंगा. मैं किसी को यहाँ किसी को खुश करने के लिए नहीं बैठा हूँ. He was that much direct. He was that much accurate. We know what ideology what.
You are right. You know, the dialogue is the essence of democracy. If you are ending dialogue, there cannot democracy.
Sir, I am just saying one thing. I am not ending dialogue. You on this Times Now platform, I am ambit, right? You are from RS ideologue. We are having a dialogue. This is the beauty of democracy. But
give me 30 seconds.
I am just saying that Congress doesn't even have an ideology.
Let me
That's time to now realize that RSS has an ideology.
gentlemen, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, एक बात तो सिद्ध हो गई आज बहुजन समाज पार्टी और समाजवादी पार्टी की दोस्ती में कांग्रेस पार्टी तो आउट हो गई. तो कांग्रेस पार्टी अब एक बगैर आइडियोलॉजी के पार्टी डिक्लेयर हो गई है. बहुजन समाज पार्टी ने ये आज कह दिया है खुलेआम इस शो पर कि कांग्रेस पार्टी की कोई आइडियोलॉजी नहीं है. इस पर आपकी क्या टिप्पणी है?
देखिए, मैं बहुत साफ कहना चाहता हूं, आइडियोलॉजी वर्ल्ड वाइड की 3 स्ट्रीम्स होती हैं, लेफ्ट, राइट एंड सेंटर. कांग्रेस इज नाइदर हैविंग लेफ्ट नॉट हैविंग राइट, so they are having no ideology at all. Even in India, there was a Dalit movement, that was an ideology. There was a socialist movement, that was an ideology. Even I can say howsoever they were against us, but DMK movement was an ideology. this Akali movement was having ideology, but Congress was having no ideology at all. That's why they have outsourced their entire ideology.
That's why Congress has been prospering.
And I would also like to say, भाई मायावती जी ने 2002 में भाऊराव देवव्रत सेवा न्यास के कार्यक्रम में ही शिरकत नहीं की थी, बल्कि 4 जून 1995 को जो आपने ये कहा ना कि काशीराम जी ने बोला, अरे भाई नागनाथ सापनाथ नहीं, तब तो प्राणों का संकट उत्पन्न हो गया था। मायावती जी के वक्तव्य के अनुसार उनकी हत्या करवाई जा रही थी। तब आरएसएस के ही कई सैकड़ों स्वयंसेवक लखनऊ के निराला नगर कार्यालय से
आपको भी याद होना चाहिए, इसी आरएसएस ने मायावती जी को अपने पैरों पर
तथाकथित गुंडे
उंगली पर निशान का प्रयास किया था। वो
खुशवंत सिंह जी ने कहा के समय जिस समय सिख लोग पूरी तरीके से घिर गए थे,
मिस्टर दिनेश वाजपेयी, मिस्टर राजीव राय have spoken.
खुशवंत सिंह जी was not sympathizer of RSS.
Nehru was opposed to RSS, but Sri Sri Prakash was the first High Commissioner in Pakistan. And the RSS ready. And Kailash Nath Kardju, Defense Minister and Home Minister of Nehru government.
All right, let me get in Rajiv Rai and Mr. Dinesh Varshney. Mr. Rajiv Rai and Mr. Dinesh Varshney. Mr. Rajiv Rai, today the BSP is questioning the ideology of the Congress party. Were you so far in alliance with the party which had no ideology? Because now, suddenly, because Pranab Mukherjee is going to the RSS headquarters, Congress party has become an ideology-less party. Is that how you see the Congress party today? What happens to Rahul Gandhi's stand? Is Pranab Mukherjee's decision to go to the RSS headquarters a snub to Rahul Gandhi?
I would not allow myself to draw into this kind of argument which has no end and which has no meaning. I see nothing wrong. A former Prime Minister in all his wisdom takes a decision to go to RSS headquarters with the
Freudian slip. It's a Freudian slip. He wasn't the former Prime Minister, he was the former President.
Sorry, former President. With the experience of over 50 years, I am sure when he will go to the RSS headquarters, he will try to make them understand what they did before the independence and after the independence, for like begging an apology and mercy petition to the Britishers, not participating in 1942, not hosting flag for 54 years. There are so many things I can count on. He'll give them a peace of mind and advice that whatever they have done, they have enough black spot on their past, and henceforth, they'll learn from the history, they'll try to think about the nation is the supreme. I am sure like a teacher, he will give them some advice, and I also expect that RSS will follow for the best interest of the nation.
No. Rajiv Rai, you are giving a misinterpretation, and I request you are a socialist leader. Can you criticize Jayaprakash Narayan? Can you criticize Ram Manohar Lohia, two stalwarts of the Indian socialist movement who were part of the RSS programs not once, many times? Jayaprakash Narayan said if RSS is a fascist, I am a fascist. This was the occasion when many young socialists opposed Jayaprakash Narayan not to go the RSS OTC. Jayaprakash Narayan attended 1973 Jansangh's convention in Pragati Maidan, Delhi, and there too he was opposed. I don't know the new generation.
May I draw up the pictures of 1 minute, Mr. Rakesh Sinha. May I draw up the pictures of Indira Gandhi with RSS? That is Indira Gandhi with the RSS leaders. So is this, Mr. Dinesh Varshney, happening for the first time? Look at those visuals.
Look, Navika,
this is Indira Gandhi with the RSS. So why is the Congress party, why is the opposition just so thunderstruck today just because Pranab Mukherjee is going to the RSS headquarters? Are the RSS pracharaks untouchables?
Look, whether Pranab Da is going to RSS headquarters or Kardju Saab has appreciated the RSS and later on he also criticized also. Whether Sardar Patel banned the RSS once, then the RSS wrote a maafinama and then they were allowed to go in the Republic Day parade. But one thing is clear. When the Constituent Assembly completed the Constitution of the India on 26th of January 1949, 30th November 1949, the RSS mouthpiece organizer writes that we don't accept this Constitution. The Constitution of India should be the Manusmriti. The moment anybody talks, the Constitution of India should be on Manusmriti. is a divisive
And
politics,
you
is a
people
division.
have
And
inducted
it is good that
the clause
Pranab
of
Da is
Shariat
going
in
to
the
the RSS
Constitution in the
Nagpur
name of Muslim
headquarters,
Personal Law
so
Board.
that
Is it true
the
or not,
BJP
Professor
will
Bajpai?
become a
You will
Congress
keep
mein
up.
Bharat, in
And
fact
when
of
you have
Congress
seen
Mukt
that the
Bharat,
Supreme Court
it
has
will be good
diverted
for
from
that.
Sharia,
And
you
he will
change
be
the
able to
decision
tell
of
what is
Supreme
the
Court of
meaning of
India,
we the
which
people
are
of
case
India,
the Parliament.
not the we
And you have
the
said that it
people
has
of
to
India
go
only according to the
total.
Manusmriti.
Exactly.
I think Pranab Da knows very well.
And you are talking
And
about so-called
everybody knows historically that during the freedom struggle, the RSS was only supporting the Britishers. They had no role in India.
ये तो किताबों का हवाला दे रहे हैं, सपोर्ट करते थे, आपने तो करके दिखाया है। और इतना ही नहीं, आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डिसीजन पलट के दिखाया है कि शरीयत ही रहेगी।
Wherever you go, we are assuming that he's going to criticize Pranab Mukherjee. What he appreciates RSS, then what would be our stand?
Even if you appreciate RSS, RSS will not become pure.
Exactly.
RSS is a communal organization.
You know,
RSS is a
I want
communal
to ask you,
organization.
I want to ask you, what is your problem? What is your problem? Is your problem Pranab Mukherjee going to RSS headquarters before the 2019 elections?
I cannot control any individual. My political party, I as a CPI, cannot control any Congress or Samajwadi Party.
You cannot control any votes either.
Communist leaders don't like RSS. Only reason is they want the Constitution of India, a Manusmriti of India, not the Constitution. That is our objection. They are
1 minute, Mr. Rakesh, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi was making a point which we couldn't hear.
Govindkar himself said democracy is a myth.
So democracy is a myth.
The Raja Raniyon की सरकार रहनी चाहिए.
I want to ask you if democracy is a myth.
अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ मत लड़ो.
If democracy is a myth, why don't you go to China?
वो क्या कहते हैं?
If democracy is a myth in India, then go to China.
Supports the ideology. Communist Party.
They have a democracy. They have a democracy.
Mao has said the power comes from the barrel of gun.
There are 5 political parties.
And then you are talking about democracy. You name a single communist country in the world where democracy is there. I challenge you.
Yes, Mr.
आप मुझे बताइए 26-30 नवंबर 1949 को ऑर्गेनाइजर में
कम्युनिस्ट देश बताइए दुनिया में जहां डेमोक्रेसी हो।
आप इसको रिफ्यूज करो।
आप डेमोक्रेसी की बात करते हैं। अरे मनुस्मृति के तो आप हवाले दे रहे हैं किन्हीं किताबों में। आपने तो शरीयत का समर्थन किया, जवाब दीजिए ना
कि भारत का संविधान।
अच्छा तो उनको बोलने तो दीजिए।
अरे आप बताइए आपने शरीयत के कौन लागू किए कि नहीं इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में? और जब लगा डेविएशन हो रहा है तो आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डिसीजन बदला कि नहीं? क्या एज इट इज शरीयत रहेगी? और अभी भी आप ट्रिपल तलाक के साथ खड़े थे कि नहीं? बोलिए। 4 बीबी के साथ खड़े हैं कि नहीं खड़े?
ट्रिपल तलाक के खिलाफ नहीं,
शरीयत के साथ खड़े होकर तो ताली बजाते हैं।
लड़ाई लड़ी
और
आप
ये
तो
सो
लड़ते
कॉल्ड
नहीं।
बुक्स का हवाला देकर कहते हैं कि मनुस्मृति के साथ हम बिल्कुल मनुस्मृति के साथ नहीं। आप कहिए आप शरीयत के खिलाफ हैं। I want to give you a categorical answer.
If you deny this, kindly read your literature. Please read your bunch of thought. वो साफ कहता है पितृसत्तात्मक परिवार।
And you visit the fact कि जब श्री राम जन्मभूमि का शिलान्यास कराया गया, at that time पहले ईंट एक दलित से रखवाई गई। बताइए क्या श्री राम ने कभी किसी दलित को इतना सम्मान दिया? मायावती ने कभी सम्मान दिया?
मायावती तो खुद दलित है सर। आपने किसी दलित को बढ़ाया कभी? आगे बढ़ाया कभी किसी दलित को?
एक एससी एक एसटी और
symbolism what you have done. A Dalit can become the prime minister, president of this country. But a Dalit cannot become Sanchalank of RSS. This is the difference of ideology.
कितने difference of ideology सर जॉब करने का मौका दिया?
Okay, Devashish Jararia
जी of engaging with them. That is what's happening.
You know,
Devashish Jararia, एक मिनट,
That itself was their role.
Okay.
They funded tricolor.
देवाशीष जी
They
जवाब
funded
दीजिए ना।
Constitution of India.
कि
They
मेरे
criticized
सौ
Ambedkar.
सत्तर
Despite the fact later Ambedkar visited it. They claimed the Indian conditions were different after the independence.
May I, gentlemen, look and put some facts before you. Let's look at the fact check, and Devashish Jararia, I want to come to you after the fact check. In 1934, it was Mahatma Gandhi who attended the RSS event in 1934. In 1947, Mahatma Gandhi addressed RSS workers. In 1959, General Cariappa attended an RSS event. In 1963, Nehru invited RSS workers to attend the Republic Day because of their contribution in the China War. 1963, 300 members of parliament backed RSS honor for Vivekananda. In 1965, Shastri ji invited the then RSS chief for an all-party meeting. In 1970, Indira Gandhi attended the inaugural function of the Vivekanand Rock Memorial with top RSS leaders. These are the facts of our history, Mr. Devashri Jararia. So if Pranab Mukherjee goes there, what is wrong with Pranab Mukherjee going?
I tell you, I'm not even saying that he's wrong, he's right.
So what is your problem with the RSS? Mahatma Gandhi se zyada aap upar hai kya?
I'm saying my ideology on my ideological level.
आपकी ideology महात्मा गांधी की ideology से ऊपर है.
अरे महात्मा गांधी और अंबेडकर की कभी नहीं बनी. They have ideological differences. I have my ideological differences with Gandhian ideology. As Ambedkar, I have my differences with Gandhian ideology. I have differences with RSS ideology.
Now they
okay, so they have a problem with Mahatma Gandhi. They have a problem with RSS. It's in the same breath. It's in the same breath.
आपने प्रॉब्लम क्या दिया ना तो सुन लीजिए. देखिए.
इस Mr. Rakesh Sinha.
बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर.
बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर was very straightforward. You can have difference with the Ambedkar.
I'm coming to you, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. I'm coming to
you. In which she became 150 crore property.
He criticized Congress, Mahatma Gandhi, Hindu Mahasabha, and Savarkar, Mujhe, all the people. But Ambedkar has not written a single word against the RSS.
What does he say? What are you talking?
Let me.
Come on, sir. What does he say? RSS is the one who what was the when Ambedkar wrote where Ambedkar brought in 1956? What was the stand on RSS?
This is not the way.
No, Rakesh,
where he drafted Hindu code. What was the stand on RSS?
No, you are lying.
Okay, all right.
Ambedkar came to Constituent Assembly with the support of the Communist Party at that time. He should know they oppose his position.
So, okay.
They oppose.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do?
It is a historical fact. He's lying the fact.
Okay. Okay. Allow. Okay. Your liberal ideas really astound me. You don't even allow anybody to speak.
He did not listen to me. You don't allow me to speak.
You
My
spoke.
problem is
You
this.
spoke. I don't allow you to
speak.
speak. I don't allow you to speak. You are the only one speaking in the studio.
Coming to the Constituent Assembly, they oppose it. There is a document for that. There is a document for that.
All right. He's contesting your point. Listen to him.
I am starting with Ambedkar. He attended 1938 RSS camp in Pune. Secondly, second time he entered into the Constituent Assembly of India from Mumbai when Baba Saheb Jaikar, a close associate of the RSS, resigned for him. If I am wrong, I will stop the
Yes, you are wrong. You are wrong.
Baba Saheb
Yes, you are wrong.
If I am wrong,
From Jacob has anything to do with the RSS. Jacob has nothing to do with the RSS. No. And it is the Communist Party of India who supported Ambedkar to be in the Constituent Assembly. He is lying. He is again lying the facts. No, guys. Let the books be brought. Let us go to the National Archives. Let us tomorrow go to the National Archives and come back on the same debate.
Okay.
Let us go to the National and come back on the same debate and read the page 98 of the Punch of Thought. Read the page 98 of Punch of Thought.
I am fed up of this kind of, Baba Saheb Jaikar has attended not less than 12 RSS programs.
That does not
he
mean
represented
RSS, man.
He represented RSS.
Then
he represented RSS.
Did the RSS
he was a Hindu
I am asking you, I am asking Rakesh Sinha a single question.
Can you tell me his real name?
Bhimrao Ambedkar to be a part of the Constituent Assembly.
I'm getting it, Rajiv Rai.
Did you
I'm getting it, Rajiv Rai and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. 1 minute, gentlemen. 1 minute, gentlemen. Dr. Rajiv Rai and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Mr. Rajiv Rai and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi are not in the studio. We cannot be discourteous to them. We'll get them to speak. Equal chance to them to speak. Getting them on the screen, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi and Mr. Rajiv Rai. Mr. Rajiv Rai, I'm getting you in. Mr. Rajiv Rai, I want to ask you, what was the entire intolerance debate all about? The intolerance debate was about the fact that this government was not allowing people freedom of speech. It was not allowing people to express themselves. Now, with the Congress party, with the opposition parties coming out and going for the jugular of Pranab Da, is it not against freedom of speech? Where are the award wapsi walas? Where are the people who contested freedom of speech of this government if they are to do the same thing against Pranab Mukherjee now?
I can only speak on behalf of my party, Navika, and on your own panel, the person who is representing Congress, he made it very clear they are not opposed to Pranav Da visiting RSS. We all only hope, again I would repeat that, we all only hope that as a senior person, as a person with the more than 5 decades of experience, he'll go and give some peace of mind, some beautiful advices to RSS workers. And I also hope and pray they will take his advices seriously and work for the nation henceforth. They will not repeat the same mistake what they have been doing right from the beginning, before the independence and after the independence. This is only my take on this whole episode. I don't want to speak much more than that. I have no reason to object or former president to visit anywhere where he feels it is right to visit.
Do you accept the fact that the RSS is as acceptable an organization as any other organization in this country?
See, we have difference with RSS ideology. Acceptable or not acceptable, it is individual's choice. When I accept an individual, does not mean I'll accept his whole organization.
But
also.
are they anti-national? Are they anti-national? You may not agree with their ideology, but do you call them poisonous and anti-national?
No, this authority to issue a certificate is only with RSS and BJP. They can issue any person who do not support their ideology.
Akhilesh Yadav today suggested Pranav Mukherjee
I am not here to give a certificate. Only I remember and I preach my students and teach my children that this is RSS,
Why does Akhilesh Yadav want Pranab Mukherjee to stay away from the RSS ideology? That's what he said today.
You condemn your leader. You say that this is undemocratic. This is undemocratic.
Anti-constitution of India. It is just not resisting.
These are the Chinese communists.
1 minute, let me.
Same thing. My leader is absolutely right. Pranav Da going to RSS camp does not mean he is going to endorse their ideology.
No, he suggested not to go.
What he speaks there.
Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is responding to it. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is responding to it. 1 minute. I'm coming back to you. Gentlemen.
You say you refuse this statement of Govilkar.
Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Yes, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, you were making a point.
I was saying this so-called politics of apartheid, which has emerged in the last 22 decades, has become very sharp. I would just like to ask, name a single Samajwadi or Socialist or today's Janata Party or Janata Dal government or leader who has not taken support of Jansangh or BJP at any point of time, whether it was 1967 Sanyukta Vidhayak Dal government, 1977 in Janata Party, Jansangh was the biggest constituent, 1989 VP Singh government came, Mulayam Singh Yadav first time became chief minister with the help of BJP. Lalu Yadav first time became chief minister with the help of BJP. So you have taken, and I remember when VP Singh came out of Congress, we were in the college and universities. At that time, there was no Janata Dal worker there. We as a ABVP worker were asked to go to airport, and we went and we have welcomed VP Singh and raised slogans and so forth. So you have used the RSS machinery for your benefit, and now you are trying to decline it. I would just like to say one thing. Pranab Mukherjee ji is the most senior, he is the most experienced and most wisdomful leader of the contemporary Congress, this I can say. So anybody who is raising the finger, I think he is raising the finger.
Absolutely. I'm going to cross to Ashutosh. Ashutosh, he hasn't spoken. I'm going for a rapid fire round. I'm going for a rapid fire round with Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. Is the fact that Pranab Mukherjee is going to engage with the RSS something that's making the Congress party embarrassed? Because that's the statement. Don't distance yourself. There are statements that have been made by Tom Vadakkan. There have been statements made by Sandeep Dixit. All of them saying that Pranab Mukherjee is the man who's said so much against the RSS. Why is he going there now? Does he believe in their ideology?
Because Pranab Mukherjee reflects the liberal Congress ideology, where even RSS, communists and Ambedkarites are allowed to prosper.
Oh, so that is something that you actually
and this is a democratic organization.
वहाँ पर राहुल गांधी बोलते हैं कि आरएसएस के आइडियोलॉजी मतलब जहर, ठीक है?
Are you worried that the lines between your secular communal debate before the elections are going to get blurred? Is that why the Congress party is nervous?
Congress party is not nervous at all. These are the opinions of two individuals, and they can say that. Fact of the matter is that even RSS has said they don't want Congress Mukt Bharat.
Will Rahul Gandhi now apologize to the RSS for having called them murderers of Mahatma Gandhi?
Why should he? Why should he? He opposes the RSS ideology where it comes to divide and rule, where they try to create a divide between
With Pranab Mukherjee going there, is it still divide and rule?
It's not divide and rule.
It is not divide and rule.
He's going there to teach them. He's going to teach them to try to be.
It is not divide and rule.
Okay, if you
and RSS has invited them because
who needs
those liberals.
Who needs? Let's take a look at our replay segment. Let's take a look at our replay segment. Who needs a teacher more? The RSS or Rahul Gandhi? Listen in to Rahul Gandhi. 1 minute. Listen in to Rahul Gandhi. Listen in to him.
वो तोड़ते हैं, हम जोड़ते हैं. वो आग लगाते हैं, हम बुझाते हैं. वो गुस्सा करते हैं, हम प्यार करते हैं. ये फर्क है हम में और उनमें.
वो गुस्सा करते हैं, हम प्यार करते हैं. ये प्यार है, ये प्यार मोहब्बत है, ये प्यार मोहब्बत है. देवाशीष जररिया,
कांग्रेस की आइडियोलॉजी केवल एक पिलर पर टिकी हुई है आज की डेट में, सेकुलरिज्म. उसको अगर गिरा दिया जाए तो फिर किस बीजेपी में कांग्रेस में कोई अंतर ही नहीं बचता. इसीलिए आपको दिखेगा कि सारे जितने भी ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितने कांग्रेस के लीडर है ना, आसानी से बीजेपी में शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं.
This is the letter written by Mr. Jafar Sharif to Pranab Mukherjee, and I understand Mr. Jafar Sharif is watching NewsHour at this moment. We want Mr. Jafar Sharif to come on the phone line. We want to ask him a few questions. We would appreciate if he comes and answers the questions on what is it that he finds so objectionable about Pranab Mukherjee going and addressing RSS volunteers. Okay, Jafar Sharif joining me on the phone line. Mr. Jafar Sharif, good evening to you and thank you very much for joining me on the NewsHour. You've written a letter to former President Pranab Mukherjee. Mr. Jafar Sharif, what's your objection to Pranab Mukherjee addressing the RSS?
Good evening to you and thank you very much. Actually, we got the news that is going to Nagpur to meet the RSS because we have been very close associate to him for a long time, and it was a shock and surprise to us what prompted him to accept the invitation and go there.
But Mr. Jafar Sharif, the fact is that the RSS is not an untouchable. And the fact is that it is Indira Gandhi, it is Mahatma Gandhi who have often attended various times, various events of the RSS. Why would you object to Pranab Mukherjee attending RSS events?
I don't understand. When did Mahatma Gandhi attended where? And when did Indira Gandhi attend?
I can give you the dates, sir.
1934,
1947, 1963.
But Indira Gandhi, we have been very closely associated.
So what is your problem with the RSS, Mr. Jafar Sharif?
No, we don't have any problem at all.
So
there
is a question coming in from the studio, Mr. Jafar Sharif. Did you or did you not propose the name of Mr. Mohan Bhagwat as the President of India?
Yes, I did propose his name for the presidentship.
So, are you contradicting yourself now?
No, not at all.
On the one side, you are proposing Mr. Mohan Bhagwat as president. On the other side, you have a problem with Pranab Mukherjee going to RSS.
No, the question is simple. Pranab Mukherjee, being a congressman for a long time, till he became the president of India. After becoming president of India, he do not belong to any party. But
you have questioned the secular credentials of the RSS. If the RSS is not secular, how could you propose the name of Mr. Mohan Bhagwat as the president of India?
Yes, because anybody become president of India, he will be above partisan.
So then he becomes secular. If you become a president, you become secular on your own.
No. After all, one has to become secular when they hold that high office.
Mr. Jafar Sharif, you have also linked the entire visit of Pranab Mukherjee to Nagpur to the fact that elections are around the corner. Are you politicizing a former president's visit to a non-political organization? Mr. Jafar Sharif?
Elections are around the corner.
Mr. Jafar Sharif?
Are you politicizing a former president's visit to a non-political organization?
Can you hear me?
Mr. Jafar Sharif, elections
Yes,
all right.
I think he proposed his name, Mohan Bhagwat, for presidentship.
Mr. Jafar Sharif, are you contradicting yourself? On the one hand,
I am not contradicting myself. This is a fact. I proposed his name, Mohan Bhagwat, name for presidentship.
So then why write this letter today?
The president of India, he has to uphold the Constitution of India. He will not belong to any political party.
All right, Mr. Jafar Sharif, tonight the viewers of India will judge whether you are contradicting yourself or not, or whether you have an argument that can stand on its foot. Thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour. Coming across to you, Rakesh Sinha, for a rapid fire round. I want to ask you, what's the significance of Pranab Mukherjee, who served as a union minister several times, attending the RSS? He's criticized the RSS so many times. Why are you making this as a flag that you want to carry in the RSS headquarters?
No, this is the RSS tradition to invite the people from all walks of life who are eminent, and Pranab Mukherjee is one of them. And it is his greatness that he accepted the invitation. But the most significant thing is that the politics of binary is getting death knell. And those parties whose ideology, sole ideology is anti-RSSism, that has been weakened by Pranab Mukherjee's visit to the RSS headquarters. All
right. I'm going across to Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, C.K. Jafar Sharif, on the one hand, supports the credentials of Mr. Mohan Bhagwat as the President of India. On the other hand, questions the visit of Pranab Mukherjee to the RSS headquarters. Isn't this the classic case of doublespeak?
Actually, C.K. Jafar Sharif is given a self-contradictory statement. So I do not think appropriate to comment on that. The people has already seen. अभी देवाशीष चरारिया जी ने कहा था ना कि आरएसएस में जहर है. हाँ, जहर है. हम उस जहर को कंठ में धारण करते हैं. हम भगवान शंकर की उस परंपरा के अनुयायी हैं कि कंठ में जहर धारण करके भी लोक कल्याण में लगे रहते हैं. मैं संघ की एक पंक्ति कहना चाहूंगा, राकेश सिन्हा जी को पता होगी कि मैं मधुसूदन अनभिज्ञ आज भी जीवन भर विस्मार किया नहीं विध्वंस विश्व का आज.
Well, it's a deeply divided house. What is democracy if it is not engagement? What is democracy if you do not?
60-70 साल में किसी संगठन ने नहीं किया.
Gentlemen, I'm completely out of time. Gentlemen. What is democracy? What is democracy if it is not about engagement? As I thank all my panelists tonight, viewers, I invite you to look at these visuals. These visuals about what's happening in Mangalore. This is floods in Mangalore, a state where the people of the state are still waiting for a government, where portfolio, is this what citizens voted for? It's a thought. It's what you and every single voter and Indian needs to think about. Thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour. Taking a short break. The News Hour at 10 up next. Don't go away.